Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the first day of Daylight Savings Time 2021. Woohoo! Welcome, one and all, to another episode of Magic Universe with Sharonah. And I am your radio host. I'm also your magical mama. And if you have a wish that you want to have come true, I'm also your fairy godmother. I'm Sharonah Rapseik, and I am an angel whisperer. Yes, I really do talk to angels. A tarot master reader, an angel Reiki master, a life coach, and a teacher of the magical and intuitive arts. And I am coming to you live today from the Big Apple, New York City. Last night had a new moon in Pisces. So later in the show, I will be talking about how to do a little new moon magic. I am so happy that you are joining me here today. This little radio show is all about awakening and embracing your interpersonal power and self-confidence, and creating magic and miracles in all areas of your life by using a little bit of help from your angels and your guides and that divine and loving conscious energy of the magic universe that we are all each a part of. So, if you are ready to live your magic and be who you're really meant to be, then please join me during this hour, and I am going to invite you to awaken your true magic. This show is brought to you by the Psychic Talk Radio Network. That's the one and only radio network with spirit, and Psychic You. So please visit www.psychictalk.net to learn more about our past and upcoming radio shows, our hosts, as well as the online courses that we offer at Psychic U. And while you're there, you might want to check out my course, which is the Certified Angel Reiki Practitioner course. It's the only online course where you will get certified by me as both a Usui Reiki Master and an Angel Reiki Master. This show is also brought to you by the IAAP. That's the International Association of Angel Practitioners. That's the very first worldwide organization that was formed to educate, celebrate, and support spiritual practitioners and entrepreneurs around the world. Please visit www.angelpractitioners.com to learn even more. And finally, today's episode is also sponsored by the ARE of New York City, a nonprofit organization formed by a core group of service-oriented volunteers, all inspired by the work of America's psychic Edgar Cayce. To learn even more, go to www.edgarcaycenyc.org. Remember, that's Edgar Cayce with the Cayce spelled CAYCE followed by NYC. Magic Universe with Sharonah is a live call-in radio show. And here we talk about such topics as angels, crystals, tarot cards, moon magic, astrology, synchronicity, and how to raise your personal energy so that you have good high vibrations, and much more. We're on the air live always on the second and fourth Sunday of each and every month. You can listen to our show on the World Wide Web at psychictalk.net live on your internet browser. You can also listen in on your phone, too, by simply calling in. But this reminds me to tell you, this is a live call-in show. So if you would like a free mini reading, an angel message, maybe a little angel Reiki, or even talk to our extra special guest that we have here today, please call in to 714-816-4628. Once again, that's 714-816-4628. That's to listen. But if you want to be live on the air, after you call in, please press the number 1 on your phone keypad, because that will flag you on the switchboard so that I know that you want me to pick up your call. Now, we do take the calls in the order that they are received, so don't hang up because you'll lose your spot in line. Also, during our live shows, you can also join us in our chat room, and that's by going to psychictalk.net/chat. Okay, now that we've got all that business out of the way, it's time to rock and roll. Today, I will be doing open lines, angel Reiki, and tarot readings all show long, but I am also so excited because we have an extra special guest here today. Emilie Muñiz is a New York City native who started to dive into the world of tarot and spirituality over 20 years ago. She must have been a baby. Following her passion for divination, and she's a now full-time divinator. Now, you know what divinator and divination means? That's talking to the divine. She's an instructor of tarot, and she's also the creator of the Simplicity Tarot. She's a lover of everything, of the forest, crystals, and roses. So let's give a crowd cheer.
Oh.
And welcome, Emilie. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
I like what you're like. She must have been a baby. I'm almost 40 already.
I know.
I started at a young. It's just that love for tarot. When you pick it up, you don't go back, right? It's just something you just continue to keep doing. Fascinating.
Yeah, I actually got into it when I was like a little one, but I did it
like
first with a regular deck of cards. Yeah. So
really?
Anyhow, we
amazing.
look so young. We look so young, you know, I think because we're so full of that light and energy and everything.
So great. It's so like that thing you pick up and you're like, oh my God, I love you forever. That's how I feel about tarot too. So yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I just like when I started, you know, playing with the cards and everything, I also knew that I had done it before in other lifetimes. Because I'm a great believer in that there, you know, that we come back multiple times, or, you know, if it's not us coming back, we pick up on our ancestors. So I know somewhere an ancestor, you know, it wasn't that unfamiliar for me at all.
Yeah.
So Emilie, how do you bring magic into your life? This show is all about magic, and I always tell people magic is real.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, first, thank you so much for having me on your show. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you so much, and thank you for having me here and on this beautiful Sunday. How do I bring magic into my life? I want to say that with everything that I do, a lot of everything, you know, my family, we're a very spiritual family. You know, I raise my kids to spirituality, and everything we do, we incorporate. Even getting a house, right? We're like, what kind of house do you want, right? And I went to the kids, and they each had like these super details And I was like, and that's exactly what we're going to have. That's exactly what it's going to look like, right? So I help them manifest it. We also pray. We have our shrines. We tend to our spirits. I do, tarot magic. Sometimes I help others, with spell work if they need it as well, especially with things in regards to, money, or sometimes we'll do things to help their energy, clear the energy when someone's feeling tense and cluttered in life. So I incorporate it in everything I do, especially now with tarot. I am creating this new deck with crystals. And it's pretty amazing because what I did, I took like every tarot card and I synced it with a different crystal and how you can apply magic with that crystal and help empower your life with the same meaning that it has of the tarot card. It's called the Fox Crystal Tarot. So I'm very into all kind of magical things, I think it's so beautiful. It really empowers us and makes us feel, that we have a little bit more control, in our lives, right? And empowers us as beings. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah, I love it because it's like a GPS system. You can you can draw a card, and I always tell people not to be afraid because if you don't like the card that you got, you have the power to change that. So it's nothing to be scared of, but it's just a wonderful tool, for tapping into the divine language.
Yeah, it is. It's like a navigator, right? Yeah. I always look at tarot like not just like a prediction, but like help me what I need to fix. So if it's a card that I don't like, and if it's a negative card, I'm like, well, maybe this is some kind of shadow stuff that I need to really work on or rid on. But thank you for revealing it to me because sometimes I didn't even know that this was a blockage, in my life. Sometimes we need that rude awakening. And I think that tarot does that so greatly, like, oh, my God. It's kind of shocking sometimes, but I love it. At the same time, it's like a punch, like, oh, wow, I didn't notice. Yep. Yeah,
it is. I've been playing around with the tarot for like even longer than you. I've been playing around with it for over 30 years. And
oh my God, that's amazing.
I am so. It always blows my mind. Like it was so weird. Like I always draw a card, for the show when I go on, and guess what card I got?
I don't know. Tell me. Star? I don't know. What card?
The sun. The sun.
Oh, close.
Can you believe it?
Oh, wow. That's a great card. Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's a great card anyway because, it's all about health and, renewal and happiness and success and everything. But look at what's going on. We've just moved into daylight savings time. So we're going to get more sun. And the next Saturday is the spring equinox. When it officially turns to the light time of the year. So we need, and the thing is, we do need a little light right now. I mean, we have been. I think 2021 was not the brightest year. I don't like to say that it was the dark year, but it wasn't. It was kind of not as bright as we would like it to be. So it's kind of great to, see the sun come in.
Yeah, I feel like the shift is happening. I think we had it was a year that we had to do a lot of internal introvertedness. Find different means to make things work for us. We did a lot of more personal networking, I can say, compared to before, right? So I just feel like the shift, like people going out, a breath of fresh air. It was a very long winter, especially with all the snow we had too. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was true. It was.
Oh my goodness. It makes me happy. I see all these pictures, people going out now. They're happy, and I'm like, wow, I could finally feel like there's a shift happening. You know, there's not like these complaints. It's more like embracing nature and things like that. It's like a more higher vibration, I can say. You could feel it all around. I feel like the sunlight is now like peaking, you know. So I'm excited about this new season. It's what we needed.
Yeah. You, I know that you do a lot of magic in the forest, outside.
Yes.
So maybe you can tell us about that.
Well, first, the property, it's so beautiful. First, I'm now in the Poconos. I'm now in Pennsylvania, not too far from New York, but I love the Poconos. There's like a lot of rivers, mountains, waterfalls. That's the kind of environment I live in now, with a lot of nature, foxes, bears, and everything else. Oh, my. So I just happen to live on a property that has crystals. My son discovered it. I thought he was throwing my crystals like over the balcony. One day I was like, pick that up, Jeremy. Stop throwing my crystals around. And he's like, I didn't throw your crystals. And I'm like, whatever. But then we have like a stream of water too by here. And guess what? We found crystals. There's clear quartz on our property, and we have buckets that we have digged up of clear quartz all around. Yeah, isn't that amazing? I mean,
that's
I
amazing.
feel like I have pictures. I have like videos. If you look through my Facebooks of the crystals we found, and actually him digging it up and finding it, it's amazing. So we use crystals, especially there on our property. We use crystals a lot in our house. We have a lot of them to shift the energy when it's negative. Or I always ask my kids, it's a little thing that we do. We have like these pieces of paper that you can buy on Amazon where you can write your intentions on it, right? And they're biodegradable, and what you want and your wishes. And you dig a hole in the earth and plant something for the beginning of, the spring. So I like doing that around the equinox and stuff like that. And it helps bring abundance in their wishes. And it's a family, thing that we do as well. So I like doing that. That's something I like. Yeah. It's cute, right?
That's fabulous. That's fabulous.
Yeah. They have papers that you could write your intentions on, and they're also like seeds. So when you plant it, it automatically grows flowers and different grasses. So it's a real cool thing that maybe other people will like doing. Yeah.
That's really so neat. I mean, I live in the middle of Manhattan, but I do have a balcony or a terrace, so I got to get a flower pot and try that.
Yeah.
I have crystals out there, but I put them out there. Although the funny thing is, Manhattan built on crystal. So when you're walking around Central Park, you see quartz coming. You see it sparkles. So
I miss
it's
Central
funny.
Park.
It's so wonderful because I have a lot of friends who work for the park, and it's really beautiful right now because all through the pandemic they've been taking care of it and nurturing it. So it's really a magical place with all the birds, like all the migratory birds. They stop over when they're flying to Canada or wherever they're going. They stop over in Central Park, and we're getting coyotes and deer, and someone is funny that you mentioned a fox. Yeah, we're getting foxes now too.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember when the raccoons would come up to us.
Oh yeah, we got lots of there's raccoons in the city, and it's
they come up to people now. I'm like, what in the world? Yeah.
Yeah, they're bolder. Well, it's interesting. They're much more the animals that are in the city have become much more bolder because there's not as many. With the pandemic, they kind of like said, "Woohoo! We're taking over." Those people are indoors, so
Yeah, I was seeing they were like roaming the streets like nothing. I was like, oh my goodness. My friends were sending me pictures. Like, I was like, what's going on? They took advantage of this. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the kind of the cool thing that happened, I think, was like we got at the beginning of the pandemic. Now it's kind of going back. We used to get the most incredible sunsets because there were no cars in the city. There were very little, only trucks that were coming in to bring like food and things like that, but you didn't have the people driving into the city. So the air got very clear and everything. So, we need to find a way, I guess, in the future to maybe switch over to electric cars and stuff because, we kind of saw what the impact of what people can do to the environment.
Mhm.
So tell me about your deck, your tarot deck. I know you have a bunch of them, but I really love your Simplicity deck.
Yeah, Simplicity is is the one out now. This is the second run that I'm doing about it. But I created Simplicity Tarot because I wanted to create a deck that helps people learn tarot and read it very easily and simply, just in an easy way that it's not scary, that is inviting, and that they can just put the words together and understand what's going on in the card and read, The guidebook, it has a lot of 3-card spreads as well. So it can just, make someone feel comfortable. I do a lot of readings at events, and you'll see the people come around, I want to, I wish I could read tarot. And I'm like, anybody could read tarot. It's really, you could just break it down on simple terms, and you could do it. Oh, but is it bad? Is it good? So I was like, okay, I'm going to make a deck that is very inviting. It's like if I'm in the clouds, it's light watercolored, and it takes the tarot to another way where it's easy to approach, So that's the purpose of Simplicity Tarot. It got 2 keywords on the bottom, but it's not cluttered like you would see with some other decks. I took the most important symbology, and removed the ones that it's a little harder for beginners to grasp. And that's what I did. That's Simplicity Tarot. So that's it. And it's going to be published by U.S. Games. Also, I'm guessing by the summer, they're already trying to print it. So I guess by the summer it'll be worldwide in all major bookstores and online. So that's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
I have lots of listeners that are listening in from the UK because they're, so they can keep their eyes open for it. I mean, what I love about your deck is it still pays homage to my favorite deck, the one that was created by Pamela Coleman or Pixie, Pamela Coleman Smith.
Yes.
It's so it follows the structure. I mean, she was amazing what she and A.E. Waite created. They really created a language. A language that enables you to, to talk and read all the signs that are going on in the universe. But your deck is really beautiful, that one. And then you have one with foxes on it. We were talking about foxes earlier.
Yes. Yeah. The other one is the Fox Crystal Tarot. And it's really about the environment, the story that I just told you about the land and then the foxes. So it's about the environment I live in. I love them. I mean, they scream at night. It's a little scary because it sounds like someone like crying, but we got used to them already, and just the crystals too. So it's 2 things that I really love, and I incorporate it to one tarot deck. And I just want to teach people how to, empower their life through crystals and magic, and I guess pay homage to my forest and the foxes as well, who has, so it's a little bit, it's very magical. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that you're on YouTube and you have, I believe you have a course that you teach on tarot. You want to tell our listeners about that?
So I have Tarot the Simple Way. I think my style of reading tarot is a very down to earth, and I stick to things, making things simple. That's my thing. I like teaching beginners because I remember my journey of learning tarot, right? I remember the difficulties, the confusions, just me being frustrated of wanting to learn in a simple manner, and how I took it and broke everything down on simple terms and learned it easily. So that's why I teach my students how to read tarot in simple terms, quickly, in a non-stressful way. Instead of memorizing the deck, I teach them what the cards mean so it could really stick, because I think that's really what matters rather than memorizing. You will lose that memory, but if you understand what's going on and what the card represents, that's something you can't forget. And then I also have the Love Tarot course, which is something that helps people read on tarot in regards to love and relationships, for yourself or others. If you want to make yourself, take tarot on a professional way. One day, I think tarot, nailing love readings is very important. That's most of the things I read on. That's my specialty. So I teach people how to read about love for themselves and others, and I even have tarot love spells that they can help themselves or others with as well. So it's very magical. Both two things, squished into one again. Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Do you want give out the name of your website? I know you have a website, so feel free to give that out so everyone can, find you. My courses and things that you can learn on tarot is learntarotreading.com. So that's learntarotreading.com. I'm so happy with that domain. That's a new, and then Simplicity Tarot. Yeah, and then there's Simplicity Tarot, where you can find the deck. Right now is on pre-order. You can grab it there, and then there's Tarot by Emilie, which is me, where I perform divinations. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Well, shall we take a few phone calls? I see that we have some people. Maybe we can take right now a phone call. So what I'm going to do is, it seems like the person who has been waiting the longest is area code 256. So let me just hello, caller, area code 256. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello? My name is Kimberly, and I'm calling from Georgia.
Hey, Kimberly. How you doing today?
I'm well. How are y'all?
Good.
We're doing. We're. Hey, what's not to like? I love hanging out with my fabulous friends here on the radio, and you're certainly one of our fabulous friends. So life is really good, Kimberly. So, what can we do for you today?
Well, I'd really like a message from an angel, archangel, a guardian angel in reference to, I guess, transitioning in career or my career. I've just been on I just haven't been in a passionate mode for a long time. And I need inspiration.
Okay. It's funny when I grabbed my deck, and the card that fell out is the Queen of Wands, and the archangel who I associate with the Queen of Wands is Gabriel. But this card is all about, the message that they're giving you is that you can do anything right now, okay? And to believe in yourself and go after what you want, and don't be afraid to speak up and ask for help. from Archangel Gabriel or anyone who's around, because you have a lot of helpers around you.
So, well, I don't do angel reading, right? That's not, but I do tarot. And what I'm getting from Spirit is the Ace of Cups with the Hangman. So I feel that, I'm not going to say a new beginning, but it almost feels like, right? So there's a lot of renewal and transitions and some kind of sacrifices about putting yourself out there for something that you really love. And it's basically saying here, like, follow your heart. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie, all right? Because what you're going to feel like you're passionate and you really love is not going to be aligned to what people want you to do or where you feel, quote, unquote, the money is at. But it says here that this is going to be like a new transition for you that you're going to go through, that you're really going to feel happy about. And I'm not saying that it's not going to bring you money. It says that it is, but it's the kind of going against the tide feeling that you're first going to have to feel before you go through that breakthrough. So it's saying follow your heart, follow that of where your passion is. And maybe there's going to be people along the way that's like, oh, you shouldn't do this. You know, they're going to tell you no, or you're making the wrong decision. But they say it's going to be worth it at the end, right? Because you're going to be aligned with your passion and feel that, you know, happiness again, all right? Not just feeling like you're just having a job, all right? So that's kind of the message that I got, right? So it's like that love feeling is the Ace of Cups, right? Something that brings you joy. You know, even something that's more aligned with helping others through their emotions, you know, helping them feel better. I even was going to put it a little more out there as well. I'm getting a message of if you are an empath or you feel like you needed to tap in and hone into your empath and psychic abilities, this is also a road for you that you should explore a little bit more in regards to spirituality, because that enlightenment is also going to help you with your breakthroughs through your career. And it might be something that you start on the side a little bit, but I think also will help you get extra revenue in the long run, all right? So I see something along the spiritual aspect for you, too. So explore it. It's worth it. Enlightenment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting that, too, that, Kimberly, you're a healer. You're a healer and you're a light worker. So, you know, in whatever you do, you want to incorporate those gifts because you're definitely here at the right time. And, to do the thing that you came to this lifetime to do. And that's definitely helping and healing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you both very much.
You're welcome.
Oh,
I think she's going to start like a new spiritual path. Exciting.
Yeah. We love you, and we're sending lots of love your way, and thank you for calling in.
Thank you. You both have a great evening.
God
bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, so let's take another call. I need to put Kimberly back into the room. Okay, so I am going to go to, this looks like a familiar number. I'm going to area code 610. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Antoinette. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
So you're in kind of in where both Emily and I live. I'm in New York and she's in the Poconos. So you're a neighbor. Hello, neighbor.
Yeah. Hi.
So how can we help you today?
My question is, I had a falling out with a girlfriend. Her name is Christine. I haven't heard from her since last Sunday. I've tried to text her, call her, send her a card in the mail. We are also neighbors. We live in the same apartment complex, and she hasn't come forward as of yet. And I didn't know what's going to go on here because I really do value her and stuff like that. And I I don't know what's going to happen here next.
Okay. Emilie, what do you I'll let you go first. And what are you picking up for Antoinette? Antoinette, right? Because I do numerology. Someone's writing down your name. Okay, Antoinette.
So,
what are you getting, Emilie?
So you have some big cards here, and basically what it's saying here is that she feels that you have cheated on her in some type of way, okay? And this could be emotionally, maybe cheated her out of something, but it basically says she feels like you was unfaithful to her in some way, all right? It's probably not literal, but probably like you played her on some level, you understand? And it says that right now she's waiting for you to, how do I say this in good language, kiss up to her, all right? In some type of way, she's going to return. The Hermit in reverse is always like someone kind of coming out of the light and resurfacing. But I feel like her plan is to stay away from you for almost like 2 weeks before she resurfaces. It's like she's doing this to punish you so you can learn your lesson and stay on track with her, So I feel that this is part of her, quote unquote, making you realize something not to do anymore, almost like a punishment. But she's definitely going to show up again. She's just trying to punish you a little bit so you can learn your lesson, But there's definitely rekindling between the both of you. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's been a week since I've heard, since the falling out with her and me. So I have another
She's
week.
Trying to hold
I have
out
another
like
week to go. Yeah.
Another week, another week-ish, but definitely, and it's going to start off with small conversations, but there's definitely rekindling, Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't know if the friendship is over or what.
No.
Because I'm like, wow.
No. It's not
I'm getting
close to
basically the same thing. Yeah, I'm getting, one, you have to, a little bit of patience. I'm getting a lot of number 4 cards. I'm getting like the 4 Pentacles, which is about, a pause and looking at things. And then I'm getting the 4 Cups, which is basically, someone who is like kind of, sitting under the tree, and they're, which I see that as being your friend. You're extending to her, your, time to make up and get over this. But, yeah, keep on doing that. I mean, I'm getting the 4 cards, so it could be 4 days, it could be 4 weeks, and then it ends up with a really positive card, which is the 3 of Cups. And that's a card where it's all about friendship and, happy people getting together. So you just have to, you have to, I think Emilie had a good word for it. It was, you kind of have to swallow your pride a little bit. You were probably right in what happened, but she, from her perspective, she, it kind of touched a nerve. But I see it coming back together.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just wait for her to reach out because, like I said, I tried to text her a couple different times. I've tried to call her. I even, sent her a card in the mail, So I guess it's just I sit back and wait because I've tried multiple things. And still nothing.
Well, you can
from
also
her.
keep sending the cards and the text. Just say to her, basically that how much you value her friendship, and you're sorry that you didn't you didn't mean for it to go that way, and how much you value her. And I see her coming back, and I'm getting like the number 4. So 4 days, 4 weeks.
All right.
It could also mean April. Just give her a little time, but it's going to come around.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right.
Pleasure.
Have a blessed day.
You too. We love you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Bye.
that was nice. It's always nice when
Okay.
friendships rekindle. It's always nice when friendships
Yeah.
rekindle. No. Mhm.
Yeah, you know what's the thing about it? Sometimes once you kind of get that out of the way, to not think that the friendship is damaged, but actually it can be even better. Like a lot of people
Yeah.
go, oh, that they broke something, and no, like it's the, when something is broken and you put it back together, it becomes even stronger. I love there's a thing that they do in Japan that if they break a vase, they put it back together and they put like a little like gold color on where the chip was, just to show that, it's even stronger and even better.
That's
Well, what we
beautiful.
need to do, yeah. There's just so many, I love rituals that people do. I mean, rituals have such meaning because, one, it's a beautiful thing that shifts our whole reality about how we think about things. And that's really when the magic happens, when we kind of shift our reality in the way that we think. But you know what? I promised that we were going to talk a little bit about some moon magic. And as
I
I
want to
said
hear your
last
moon
night,
magic.
yeah.
Hear it.
Well, we had a new
I want to
moon.
learn.
We had a new moon in Pisces. Yeah. And then we got the new moon, and then we our clock switched over to daylight savings. So like when you have a new moon, some people call it a dark moon because the moon is really there, but we can't see it. But it's there, and it's kind of like one, with what's going on, it's kind of when you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. And I always tell people, remember, the light is always there. You can just because you don't see something doesn't mean that it's not there. And also, like for me, I always think of the dark moon. It's kind of a good time for us as people to shine our light. And, even if people can't, like the moon right now, even if people can't see it, just keep shining that light. Keep shining that light. So, generally what I do on a new moon is I start getting together my vision board for the full moon. So we will have a full moon coming up in about 2 weeks. And what's interesting is the sun is also moving into Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac. So for many people, this is the beginning of the new year. I think people get hung up, the new year was back in December. But actually, for an even longer time before we had the calendar that we used to use, it was the spring equinox that when people felt that the new year was beginning. So to always keep that in mind. But yeah, that's what I love to do with the new moon. It's also a good time to release stuff. So I do kind of think
stuff.
about because you have to release stuff to allow new things to come in. So it's a good time to clean the house, to kind of either discard stuff or give it away, because you got to make room for some new stuff to come in.
Yeah, and embrace opportunities. I like to write things that I want to release. I like to write it on a piece of paper and kind of burn it and blow it into that, with the ashes to release that energy of something that, negative or that I wanted to get rid of. That's what I do around this time. So it's really good.
Yeah. Yep. That's a really good thing to do. So I see that we are well past the bottom of the hour. So I just have to remind everyone about what will be coming up on the Psychic Talk Radio Network this week. And right now, most of our shows are on at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. London. you the shows, they go out live. You think, they go out all over the world. So from those numbers, you kind of convert it to where you are, whether you're on the West Coast or I'm always surprised where our calls go out. I have a friend who actually is listening in from the Middle East. So,
wow.
and also, yeah, so it's amazing. And even, I always tell people, even if you can't listen into the show, it does go into the archives. So you can always go into the website, and there's just a whole lineup about the shows. But let me just mention what's happening tomorrow, and that's going to be happening at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. We have a really wonderful show, The Wisdom of the Soul, and that is with host Janice Fuge. And then on Wednesday, this is the one show that's on at a different time right now. It's on at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. We have the wonderful Catherine Hahn, and she does a program called Compassionate Light and Healing and Guidance Hour. And you can call into her. She's a wonderful, she works with angels, so she is like a, if you want to talk to your angels or find out more about that, definitely tune into her show. And then Friday, March 19th, at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Really good show is coming up with the doctors are in, and that's with Dr. Rose Wilkerson and Dr. Dax Carlisle. And they're doing a show on all about how the universe is created and sacred geometry, which is something that I find very...
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I want to tune in. Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, because it's, many people feel that numbers are they create everything, but also sacred geometry. And I know with the tarot, I'm kind of writing a little book on tarot, and I'm doing it from that perspective because, it's interesting. There's a rhythm, and each number is like a note in music, and it carries energy. Let's put it that way. And just to remind everyone, I will be back here again always on the fourth Sunday of every month, and I'll be back on March 28th, and I'm going to be talking about the magic of angel colors. So colors, like numbers, they have an energy, and I always say everything is energy, and you can work with energy you can use color, you can use numbers, it's all there's the divine gave us many ways of speaking with it. So colors are another way. So that's when I'll be back again. So let's see if we can take a few more calls. We're not going to be able to get to everybody, so if you can't get into this show, call into Catherine's show, call into the Doctors Are In. So I am going to go. It looks like the person who was waiting the longest is area code 929. What is your name and where are you calling from, caller? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, my name is
You're
Lamar.
live on the
from
air.
New York City.
Oh, wonderful. I didn't catch your name again. What was it again?
Lamar.
Okay.
Lamar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Hi, thanks for picking up my call.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. How can we help you today? Is there something that you want to know, or do you want to?
Yeah, I'm also a radio host, and I'm currently thinking about moving to Atlanta to further my career. I just kind of wanted some guidance, I guess, with the cards to see if that's the right decision to make as far as my life right now, to make sure I'm in the right path. Like sometimes I feel like my career is just not where I want it to be. So I just want to know if I'm like if I'm like overthinking it too much, or like what should I do for that?
Okay. Well, one thing that I always say when we're talking about career is, do you have an image in your mind of what you want your career to look like? That can be like a blueprint that that you can pull all that energy into. So are you clear about what you want? Because the clearer you are, okay, that's always a good thing to do. Because, the universe is kind of like going into a restaurant. You have to tell the waiter you can't, exactly what you want. So, they know whether you want it medium rare or well done or, exactly how you want it to be. So I'm glad that you're clear. So let's see what it says around career, and then I'm going to shuffle my cards, but I have a feeling, Emilie, are you picking up anything that you can tell our caller?
Man. Yeah. I was going to say, first of all, you have a lot of, with the tarot, you could pick up on different astrology signs and put them into time frames, right? So the Lovers and the Chariot, that's like Gemini and the Cancerian time, which is the summer, okay? So first thing I want to say, if you plan to try to take a trip that time to go and kind of venture out this destination before you move, that would be a really great time for you. But it also says here with the Three of Cups, your spirit is nudging you to move, and you have to move, okay? First of all, where you're currently located at, it's not for you, and there's success in your travels and in your journey, all right? There's a lot of publicity, and I'm seeing celebrations, marketing, a lot of people, basically. And I see you teaming up, actually, with another partner that's going to help you be successful. So you have to move, okay? The reason why you have to move is because your other partner is going to be there that you're going to find, and it's going to help you market and put yourself out there, and where you're going to be in that kind of limelight industry. So I know New York is the place, right? You'd be thinking about that, but I do feel like you have to move to follow this passion of yours, even if it seems crazy. And you might be undecided because you don't know exactly what's going to happen, but you know that the spirit is leading you to move. So move, right? And I feel like you're following the crowd. You're just going to be, it might be a little overwhelming, but I do see that that's probably where you're supposed to be at, right? It's going to be a lot of, I got entertainment, right? You got Three of Cups, the Lovers, the Chariot. Oh, my God. Just get comfortable having your face out there because it's going to be out there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's so interesting, Emilie. Yeah, I got the first card that came up was the Six of Swords, which is all about, transition and moving to. It seems like where you are now, there seems to be a lot of competition, and you have to let go of any fears that you have that if you move. And I'm not getting that it doesn't have to be a physical move, but maybe you have to move into a circle of new people. If it's not, if today, we are so connected by the internet and everything that I have friends that I've never met and who help me, and groups that I do things with. But yeah, Emilie, you're definitely right about the movement for our friend.
It's just
Thank you
so
much.
Positive cards. Like, there's not even like something, maybe the Chariot, the Lovers, the Three of Cups. I'm like, man, it's like so happy, right? It's like you might find a new commitment out there that you're really gonna like, and really enjoy, Mhm.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate
You're welcome.
Our pleasure. Thank you for calling in.
No problem. Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. We love you. Bye-bye. Okay, let me just see where we are time-wise. Uh-oh, the time in our tape is going to be running out soon, so I just want to, we've got a lot of callers, so I have to tell everyone I'm not going to be able to get to everyone, but I always tell people sometimes when we're answering someone else's question, there might be an answer there for you, but wow, there are so many calls. What I'm going to do is I'll just do it in order. So it seems like the caller who has been waiting the longest is area code 440. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yes. Hi, my name is Patricia.
Hey, Patricia. How are you today?
I'm fine. I would like to know, I've been wanting to take a brief trip to the Southwest, and I plan to relocate to this area, but I'm wanting to take this brief trip so that I can see apartment buildings and get a good feel and picture of the city that I will eventually be living in or close to. I'm just determining if next month, April, is the right time to do that. Like the middle, April, after the 5th, something like that.
To go for your trip, right?
To go for your trip.
I'm getting no.
Yeah, I'm getting that. Not to be concerned, but April. I'm getting more like it would be like May or even June would be a better time to do your research. But I do think that I mean, you can certainly start doing research online, but as far as doing a physical movement, I don't think that April will necessarily give you the best information. Like when when you go there, you're not going to really see it the way. I mean, everything too is like a lot of things are not back to normal. So if you go there now, you're not going to get a really clear idea of what it's going to be like. Emily, what are you picking up on?
Well, I get no because, first of all, temperance in reverse with the tower in reverse, it just says that this is not a good month for you because, first of all, you're going to be too overwhelmed. There's too much stuff on your back right now that you're going to be overloaded with everything. And you need to be balanced in order to have a clear mind, a good footing, to go out there to do some, research if this is a good place for you to live or not, right? And I feel like that month for you in general it's going to be too overwhelming, okay? And it also feels here that I feel that there's a lot of disconnection still in order for you to move. So I don't feel that you're even have the, paperwork or things really set for you to move. So I feel like you need a little bit more time to organize yourself a little better. And it says here, without a good foundation, it's just going to crumble and fall. And it's going to be a waste of your time, all right? So I want you to take a time, relax. The temperance is here is in reverse. You need a little bit more patience, Probably if you push it to the summer, like she was saying, it will be a better time for you. But don't rush something before it's time because it won't be built right. So take your time with this. We're talking about a move. It's a life-changing event for you. This is something you need to approach with a little bit more patience. So give it a few more months.
Yeah, that's really spot on, Emily, with what I'm getting with the cards.
All right. Yes, well, I know I've already been doing my research online. And, of course, then I'm listening and watching the news regarding COVID. So certainly those are the forefront of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there anything else I need to know apart from that?
Yeah, I'm getting that, just give it time, and you're going to have an aha moment where you're going to, there's going to be an awakening where leave yourself open to that, things might look different. Kind of look at what you're doing from a different perspective. And also, you have to, what I'm getting is you have to also work on yourself, and your self-confidence and what you want, because there used to be a book out when I was younger. It was basically like wherever you go, there you are. So you really, whatever, if there's something that, that you're uncomfortable with, that you're dealing with, where you are right now, you got to work on that, because you don't want to carry that, to where you're going. It's not necessarily the physical place of where we are. It's, what we are inside. And there'll be a wake-up call for you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thanks for calling in, and we're sending you lots of love. And let me just put her back in the queue. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take one more call, and just need to switch over to it. My computer, I'm getting, I do the switching with my computer, and I'm getting that little magical spinning wheel. Okay, I'm going to go our final call. So come on now, I'm getting another spinning wheel. Area code 727. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Kate
Hello?
calling from Florida.
Hi, I didn't catch your first name. I know you're calling from Florida. What is your name?
Kate.
Kate.
Hi. Kate.
Hi,
Okay, Kate. Yeah, I love that name. Okay, what would you like to talk with us about today?
A reading for the next 90 days and where to best place my focus.
Okay, for the next 90 days. So in the next 90 days, let's see where we're going to be at. Well, we're almost in April, so we're talking about April, May, June. So bringing us up to the summertime, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So let's just see what the cards are telling us. Well, the first thing that I'm going to tell you is by the beginning of the summer, you're going to be really busy. You're going to be doing some, major work. So I see you being doing some kind of work that you're going to love, and that brings you pleasure. And what you're moving away from, like most of the world. This is kind of like as I said, when I do like a reading, one person will call in, but it'll also relate to everyone. So we've been doing a lot of we've been alone. There's been a lot of solitude, and it's this has been a period where we can do also the work on ourselves, so we know what we're going to go off and look for. So you're getting clarity there. as far as that, I am getting the main card that I'm getting is the Moon card. So to me, that's about trusting your intuition, but it also means, facing your fears. So, you don't, there are fears that are going on, and you need to kind of figure out what they are and, bring them to the light so that you can deal with what's going on. And then I just see you being very productive. What are you getting, Emilie?
I'm getting healing. It's the first thing that kind of popped up in the reading. It's like recovery, like literally recovery. So it says here that you might go through a period of healing, but it also says here that there is definitely this Four of Wands, which means that you could be attending like a real major celebration, maybe a marriage or a big gathering, something to honor other people. That's going to be something within your family or people very close to you. That's going to be a major event for you. It's also followed by the Sun, which says this brings a lot of happiness, joy to your life, and also rekindling of other relationships. The Sun for me also is like when it pops out like this, it says there's always this time, like nothing lasts forever. Pain, suffering, sadness, none of that lasts forever. And this is going to be a time where you're transitioning into a time of recovery and illumination in your life, as the next, when you're into the 90 days, it shows here that there's going to be a lot of positivity, good health cards, and also more friendship coming into your life, gatherings, socializations, and things like that. You might also feel like you're recovering from a sadness, and there's just joy, more joy into the life. So I feel like after the next 4 weeks will go, the other future, 2 months that rolls by, it's almost like I'm surrounding myself more with people rather than isolation, and this is making me feel better, right? The Sun card for me also is definitely a success card, but I also feel like I'm feeling the rays of the sun. I'm going outdoors more, and maybe that's something that you should focus on, more outdoors things, more attending events and things like of that nature for you, because it's going to make you feel happier and healthier is the most thing that kind of sticks out from this reading. Yeah.
Thank you both so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I hope that helped, and we're so glad that you called in today, and we're sending you lots of love and
sun
hugs.
Sun rays. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So lovely. Blessings back.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being one of our callers.
Thanks for sharing the energy and the space today.
Yeah, you have great energy, by the way, too.
Yeah, she does. She does.
Yeah, you got to radiate that, honey. You got to radiate that energy, and that energy is going to be like magnetic, and it's going to draw. It's going to draw to you what you want. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Okay.
That was good.
So, yeah, let me. I'm looking at the how much time we have, and the sands in the hourglass are running through, so I'm going to have to wrap up the show. So just want to remind, if I didn't get to your call today, I will be back on the fourth Sunday of the month, which will be Sunday, March 28th, same time, same bat channel, and I'm going to be talking about the magic of angel colors. But, of course, I'm going to be also doing open lines and angel Reiki and, mini readings on the air. And, Emilie, it was so much fun to hang out with you. You can come back anytime.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed this. This is nice. And I think all the readings gave me a message. Go out, radiate the sun. It's like now it's in my brain. I need the sun card, sun card, sun card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was the fun. I mean,
Thanks
it was
for
so
that.
funny. That was the card I
Yeah.
drew. I always like, what, I put one card and I go, what is the card for today? And boom, it was the sun. So,
Thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to go out and sing Here Come, that song by the Beatles. Here comes the sun, da 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 da.
Yeah, I need to be more in nature. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you want to remind our audience, Emilie, where we can find you? You want to give out your information?
You can find me at Tarot by Emilie, and my name is spelled different. Is EMILIE.com. So that's Tarot by Emilie, EMILIE, because my mother wants to make everything special. And my tarot deck at simplicitytarot.com. You can find me at those places. Absolutely.
And it is a beautiful tarot deck. I got to get on that wait list so I can get one too.
The new one it's red and stars. It has like red foil and stars. It's beautiful, and gold foil. It's beautiful.
Yeah, what I love are the colors, and also there's diversity in the deck. You see all kinds of faces. And,
that's right. That's what's very important to us. A lot of diversity.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It reflects the world that we live in. So I'm going to tell everyone that, this is your magic mama, and yes, I'm your fairy godmother. So I hope I maybe said something that will help you have your dreams come true. I'm Sharonah Rapseik, and I'm also want to tell you it's a happy return to the light. And, gee, Emilie, I want to thank you for being my special guest today. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your space with me. I appreciate it. I love you. Thank you so much. It's a great energy you have. Such great
Thank you. And, of course, we want to thank our listeners. I call them my lovelies, my fabulous friends. I love you for joining me today. And just like we have a card for the day, the word that I've been want to put to everyone is the word speak. And it's about what we say. You want to watch your words because that's called spelling. That's how we create magic spells. So make sure that you are saying to yourself either silently or out loud, I want you to say, I am strong, I am confident, I am, of course, magical, I'm enough, I'm beautiful, and that I deserve the best, okay? And I deserve love. And remember, by your words, everything is energy. And pay attention to that energy. And, and the other thing is focus on what is positive in your life right now. Because guess what? You're going to get more of that. Because, as we say, we all live in a magical universe. So keep your energy and your vibrations high. And don't forget to step into your power and awaken your magic. So until we meet again on Sunday, the 24th of March, I am wishing you countless blessings and high vibrations. And here comes the sun. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.